Back to my channel. It's Christy here to do the weekly reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you don't know your Moon and Rising sign, there is a link in the description box where you can find your whole birth chart, and that way for additional messages for the week, you can always check out your Moon and Rising sign readings in addition to your Sun sign reading today. So we're looking at the week of August 15th to August 22nd for the sign of Cancer. We'll be using the Wisdom of the Oracle Tarot for the 5-card spread today. And then as always, we'll be drawing additional message cards from each of the Medicine Card Tarot and the Healing with the Angels Tarot. I will be asking, what does your sign need to know for the week? So whatever you find most prominent in your life this week, I encourage you to apply these messages to, and hopefully you find them helpful in healing. So Cancer, what does your sign need to know? Sweet. Okay, so let me just get a little bit of a bird's eye view here of what's going on, generally speaking, energy-wise, for the whole spread. Then we're going to take a look at what card is in each position and its meaning, and then I'll hold each one up to the camera for you, so you can get a better idea of not only the imagery in the card, but the color, and anything that you intuitively are drawn to or that you find appealing. Use to your advantage here, Cancer. So, generally speaking, with an overall idea of what's going on, a great deal of beauty is available to you this week. I'm just overjoyed, actually, at how much beauty and positive, I can't stop saying beauty. When I say beauty, I mean like capital B, like large scale beauty. And no, I don't limit this to the physical world. I mean thoughts, beliefs, behavior, actions, your work, your interests, the way you move your body, the things that you're drawn to this week in particular, Cancer, are going to be met with or make you feel a sense of beauty. Now, another way for me to frame beauty is to call it a type of math. We know that there's such a thing as a Fibonacci sequence. We know that there is such a thing as, we know that there is the golden ratio. This is what I mean by math, right? And it's an incredibly powerful qualifier in our lives. So when I say beauty, I just mean in the sense of vibration. I mean things locking together in a beautiful way, appropriately, beautifully, and things are building on themselves. So I'm going to go through each card here on its own just because we got capital B beauty out of the way, and you'll get an idea of why I'm saying this. So in the central position, which represents you, is the happy card. There is a great deal of celebration or cause for celebration this week. Cancer, listen, it could even be because you're like, hey, I feel like having a celebratory meal tonight and I'm going to invite someone over and treat it like a celebration. And it's just a Tuesday night. So you're inventing this. You aren't waiting for an opportunity. It doesn't have to be someone's birthday. It's not like it's Friday, let's celebrate. It's like you decide to be happy, you decide when, and you decide why. This is really critical to not only happiness, but to beauty, to furthering an element, or as I like to say, a vibration of beauty. This doesn't come accidentally, okay? This is something that you have to pay attention to, and you have to live in this vibration. You have to be not only aware of it, you have to be open to it, and you have to be willing to express it. It's almost like a three-pronged approach to actually, experiencing something. So it's a beautiful position to be in this week, Cancer. There's also an opportunity here. There is a key within an egg, a keyhole within an egg, imagery. And of course, the egg is the imagery for something growing, something taking on a life or a form of its own, and information or hidden knowledge within that. So I feel very strongly that you're excited about something that brings a lot of happiness and beauty and joy into your life, even though you don't know where it's going to end up, which is, to me, another level of beauty. It really is, Cancer. Think about it. I think it was Martin Luther King that said, you take a step towards something and it's dark, but you keep going in that direction out of faith. You have faith that the next step's going to be there. I'm paraphrasing. He said it much more eloquently than I just did. But the point being, there is a large element of faith involved here in even being happy, because it means that like I said, a three-pronged approach. One of those prongs includes being willing to experience it. Do you know how many people have happiness available to them, or even experience it and then they talk themselves out of it, or they go, oh well I was happy for a day, so now something has to go wrong, okay? That's not what's going on here. I don't even think you're entertaining those thoughts. I think you're just like, yeah, I'm happy, let's keep going, let's write it out, let's have faith that the next step in whatever's going on here this week is going to lead to just as much happiness or more. Because here's the beautiful thing about capital B beauty as a math. Consider that Fibonacci sequence for a moment. If you're not aware, look it up and then come back. But it's just something in nature. It is a math, and it's consistent. It doesn't matter what it is. Plant, cells, the universe, everything in between. It is a constant, and what it does is it grows and it grows like a spiral. This is what's going on here. You're willing to step into even the unknown, dear Cancer, with pure faith, and good on you, because it is absolutely beautiful. So really, it's actually, I have to say to you, there's a genius to it. There's a genius to doing this, because love is the highest vibration there is, and fear is lack of love. So fear is lack of a high vibration, right? You're not even dealing with low vibration. You won't even go there. You're not even considering it. So good on you. All right, almost at 10 minutes. Let's keep going. I'm just really happy to see this for you in the central position. Okay, in the energy that you're just bringing into the week is all that glitters. And really all that's happening here in terms of how you're going about spending the week, Cancer, is that you've made up your mind about why you're taking these steps, or why you're going in this direction, why you're choosing beauty over fear, or love over fear, or beauty over, I'm not going to say ugliness, but beauty over, let's say, like lack. Like feeling like you don't have enough for whatever reason. And it's probably going to be rooted in a history or an experience, or, a fleeting moment of what it was like to not have enough. But you've made a decision here. You've decided, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to do this high vibrationally. I'm going to do this no matter, even though I don't see the next step. You have faith that it's there, but you're doing it for the best reasons. And Not that making money is a negative thing, not that success or prosperity or status or public accolade or influence in the world, even if it's helping people. A lot of people, if you become a doctor or something like that, people can say, well, you just did it for the money. But here's what I'm about here. So let's take that on as a theme. You're just doing whatever for the money, or you're just doing whatever for the status. Even if it appears that way to other people this week, Cancer, that's actually what's not going on. What isn't going on? Because you've already made up your mind that that's actually not what is important to you doing this, even if you do get it, even if you do have status or money or whatever. That's not why you're doing it. You're doing it because it's the best, highest version of yourself. Okay, let's move on to the what is working for you position is yin. This is why I think that you're so successful, and I mean this. You are receptive. There is a difference between knowing when to receive good energy, lessons, success, prosperity, opportunity, and acting on them. This is the week to receive them. There will be time to act on them, Cancer, because this is you've built momentum. This is next step. You've accomplished something here. Now you're getting to the next step. But in order to do that, you sincerely, I don't care what this is about, frankly, if it's emotional, political, commercial, everything in between, you need to be able to be receptive to what's coming in. It's ideas, logic, information, actual construction, if this is a house or a building. So yeah, you need to be able to, let's say it is a construction. Let's say you're building something. You can't just go, oh yeah, I'm going to build it, and then sit there and wait for someone to build it with what? No supplies? No, you need to be able to receive these supplies. You need to be able to get the labor, and then you build upon it. So this week is more about the reception and the application of it versus the going out and fighting for it or searching for it. So in the what you may not realize is available to you is the Imagine card. I tend to think you know that this is available to you just because you're a water sign, you're pretty intuitive and imaginative in the first place. And if you're at this area or understand what means to you this week, because this is happening for you, you'll know that this is part and parcel of the reception. Being receptive is creating it. You have to create it. You have to create it in the mind first. You have to dream it. I'm not going to call it a fantasy, because a fantasy is something that you're not supposed to grasp, or it's something that's not available to you for whatever reason. Imagining, however, is the first part of the creative process. And then the second part, honestly, in my view, is I'm going to receive it now, right? So these are actually working in tandem. I would say this is the heart and this is the soul. So you're really in tune this week. Don't let anyone knock you off your boat this week, Cancer, if someone tries to. I don't see that happening here either, but if someone tries to bring you down for whatever reason, walk away, because they have a problem with this. You have no problems here. In your probable outcome card is your soulmates card. This is pure love, and love with a plus after that. Is it about romantic love? Maybe. And if it is, wonderful. But if it isn't, and soulmate means an animal or another being in your life, or a best friend, or someone who just appears out of nowhere and provides something to you on a soul level, consider that to be a soulmate. And that's just as important and full of just as much love and opportunity as it would be if it were in a romantic relationship. If it is romantic, then just times everything I've just said by 3. You have a lot to be thankful for. So much gratitude is bubbling in your life this week. You have someone who's on the same page as you. You have someone who sees you for who you truly are, like a really magical, spirited, open-minded, receptive human being who wants the best for everybody and is willing to imagine the best and accept the best. It's just a really beautiful, I'm trying not to overuse the word beautiful too much, but it's just, that's the way it is. So that is what's going on here, generally speaking. Let's look at these one by one. As promised, we have the happy card. Hopefully you can see that she's surrounded by confetti and balloons and, a hummingbird, and she's on this egg with the key. Like I said, this is a great deal of opportunity for you. Something is about to be hatched or come alive or be birthed, if you will. And it could be an emotion, it could be a business, or anything in between. Like I said, this is general, so whatever is really prominent in your life this week, this is where it's going to unfold into a sense of joy and happiness and celebration. There's a lot to celebrate this week. So really give yourself props for making this reality for yourself. Did you have to turn to other people for help? Did you have to ask for assistance? Absolutely. We all do. As I just read a couple of readings ago for Taurus, I mentioned for them as well. Nobody's an island. We can't do anything alone. But it's the point of knowing who to ask. It's asking the right questions and knowing where to get a yes. That's the genius, right? The decision that was made here that's led you to this place, however, is probably one of the most important ones. And like I said at the when I first laid this and started speaking about it, this is what the decision was. Is status or is giving more important to me? You've made giving more important. Here's what's really cool about altruism in terms of giving. You're going to get back 3 times what you give. You'll be successful here, Cancer, with regard to this project, this theme, this concern, this avenue, whatever you're moving forward here with. It's going to be successful because you know why you're doing it. You're not mucking around. You're not confused. You're not beating yourself up over it. You just accepted it. Yep, this is what I'm doing. It's for the highest good, but I'm also going to benefit in, absurdly cool and beautiful ways. So everybody wins. It's a beautiful situation. In the yin, like I mentioned, pure pink. We're looking at this beautiful, very feminine, and even I would say ascendant color here with the mauve and purple. Just feeling as though you're ready to you're ready to receive what is available to you. You're ready to take what you've been asking for with gratitude. Like I said, you've made this decision and now things are being drawn to you. Now wonderful things are happening for you. It's almost like there's no effort here. When we're looking at the reception card, the yin, which yes, is the opposite of the yang. This is the two truths, right? This is binary, our binary world. Up and down, night and day, everything else. The opposite of this, of course, is doing, right? That's not what's going on. This is the week to receive. We also have the overflowing cup here, so you might even be getting a lot more than what you thought you would, or a lot more help or assistance, or you're able to receive a whole lot more than you thought you were going to. So it's just beautiful. And in the what you may not believe is available to you is imagination. Use this to your highest good, Cancer. It's a really beautiful way to introduce any new lifestyle or any new theme or pattern into your life. And like I said, I have zero doubt that you have created this for yourself. 100%. You've done this. Not that you're doing it by yourself. You're not like living on an island with no help. But you've had to make a decision about why and what you're willing to accept, that you're willing to receive, and able to imagine what you truly want for yourself and how you're willing to act in the world. So I think it's fantastic that it's coming from your imagination, and it's so strong. It's so strong that it's materializing. And in the probable outcome card, like I said, is the soulmates. This is really a lot of affection. Like I said, Cancer, if this is a romantic relationship, a lot of affection will be found this week in that partnership. If it's not romantic necessarily, you will still meet with affection. A lot of people will be coming in, maybe even out of the woodwork, and saying, I really feel for you. I think about you. I really like you. I really appreciate what you do. Or these types of themes will be showing up if you're weak, if you allow them to come in. And let them do it. Like I said, these are soulmate characters in your life. There could be more than one. It could just be one. Regardless, let those themes flow into your life, because you need to hear that too. You need to hear that other people are benefiting from the positive elements of imagination and the positive decision making and the awareness around happiness and joy and the receptivity. You need to know that you're impacting other people positively. So, accept that too. Here in one of your final outcome cards, I'm so happy to show you is the deer. The deer's key word is gentleness. I'm sincerely not surprised to see this. This whole reading just has a real joyful, beautiful sense of wellness. There's a great deal of wellness going on here, and I do believe much of it is centered around a sensation or a feeling or a gravitational pull or an awareness of, etc., of gentleness, being gentle. Another way or lens from which to view the gentleness card, of course, is to say that gentleness is the greatest strength anyone can have. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but it's really not. Gentleness is strength. And it could be why you're being met with so much success here too. And believe me, people are watching, right? People are really picking up on these lessons here. They're seeing it's working for someone else. They're gonna draw from it for themselves. So I really feel a win-win situation for you here this week, Cancer. And ultimately, look at what the final card is, divine guidance. This is so stunning. I really feel like you're not surprised by any of this. Look, on whatever level for you this week. And if for whatever reason you are, it's because you've been tricking yourself. If you think that this is all for some other Cancer and not for you, trust me, this is available to you. It is your time. You need to become aware of what you really want and why you're doing it. Otherwise, I feel like you're already here and you know exactly what's going on and you're just moving in the right direction. And like I said, midway through, we have this element of faith. Keep going, Cancer. Keep the faith. Keep one foot ahead of the other. Keep going toward the vision or the dream that you're planning on manifesting here. And congratulations for doing a lot of hard but beautiful soul searching here. This is really fantastic, high vibrational work and energy that you're providing. So fantastic. If you have a second, let me know how this works out for you. I'm genuinely curious to hear from other Cancers. And if you are not already, subscribe to my channel because I upload videos for your sign every single week. Until next time, bye for now.